Okay, so now we're talking about why firms are interested in data. Here's the question. What are the main business reasons and technical requirements or inadequacies of earlier generation business information technologies that lead you to consider new business information techniques and technologies? So, what are the business and technical requirements, and what are the inadequacies of earlier generation business information technologies? So let's look at the top three here. We don't know what our entire data universe contains. We need new ways to explore data and discover patterns and insights. So that was 41% of the people said that. Of the firms said that. Data volumes have grown beyond what we can effectively manage. So, first of all, they don't know how to they don't know how to explore or how to understand the data. Also, the data is increasing, so data volume. And also, we want to access data that was not accessible for us with existing technologies. So they are looking for some, maybe, they're looking for social media data, or they're looking for lots of other kinds of data, but it wasn't accessible to them before. So this was done recently. So this is a current state of, and this is in the United States, where probably this kind of approach and this kind of technology is most advanced. Most other countries aren't nearly as advanced in this regard as the United States. So this should be true for quite some time. Okay, these are two videos that I want you to look at. So let me show you the sites so that you can find them yourself. So this is a very wonderful one, and I want you to watch it and then say how you think it relates to what we're talking about in today's class.
Record your life. Everything you said, everything you did, available in a perfect memory store at your fingertips. So you could go back and find memorable moments and relive them, or sift through traces of time and discover patterns in your own life that previously had gone undiscovered. That's exactly the journey that my family began 5.5 years ago. This is my wife and collaborator, Rupal, and on this day, at this moment, we walked into the house with our first child, our beautiful baby boy. And we walked into a house with a very special home video recording system.
Okay.
This moment, and thousands of other moments special for us, were captured in our home, because in every room in the house, if you looked up, you'd see a camera and a microphone, and if you look down, you get this bird's eye view of the room. Here's our living room, the baby bedroom, kitchen, dining room, and the rest of the house. And all of these fed into a disk array that was designed for continuous capture. So here we are flying through a day in our home as we move from sunlit morning through incandescent evening, and finally lights out for the day. Over the course of 3 years, we recorded 8 to 10 hours a day, amassing roughly 250,000 hours of multi-track audio and video. So you're looking at a piece of what is by far the largest home video collection ever made. I think that's clear. And what this data represents for our family at a personal level, the impact has already been immense. Countless moments of unsolicited, natural moments, not posed moments, are captured there, and we're starting to learn how to discover them and find them. But there's also a scientific reason that drove this project, which was to use this kind of natural longitudinal data to understand the process of how a child learns language, that child being my son.
Okay, so please watch this video, and then I want you to describe how it relates to what I've been talking about and what I'll continue to talk about in today's lecture, and see if there's a way that you can fit it into our path here, our path of discovery, where we're going to learn about data mining. And we will come back to the other video later. Okay, so anyway, Y++, firms are also seeking to augment or enrich their existing data with data from other sources. So that's why the ++ is there. ++ means we're trying to add in extra data. Now, one other thing here. All the words that you see here, these are not really technical words. I mean, in the sense of like scientific words. Don't get hung up on these words. They change every few years, so you can learn the words, but know that they're that a lot, like the concept, like the word big data. It's a new way of talking about data, and there's a lot of interesting techniques and valuable techniques that we're going to learn about, but the phrase big data will probably change in 2 or 3 years. Not the techniques. The techniques will continue to evolve and grow, but they'll be rooted in the same techniques. Okay, anyway, Y++. Firms are also seeking to augment or enrich their existing data with data from other sources. So they might want to get data from their partners and include their partners' data in their data if possible, or some of their partners' data. Of course, their partners won't share all of their data. From public social media and from government sources. And this is part of the trend now in big data. So data++ makes your data richer. So, you can go to data.gov, which is a US website, and you can find tremendous sources of data there. Amazon seems to have at their Amazon Web Services, I think I talked about that just a few minutes ago, they have the Enron email data. That's fascinating. This was, you can look up the Enron scandal in the US. I think it happened about 12, 13, 14 years ago, 15 years ago, maybe more than that. I'm not sure exactly. But very interesting study that was done based on the email, and apparently those emails are now available at Amazon Web Services. Okay, so to handle big data, firms need to store the data, they want to process the data, and they want to access it or understand it. And here are some tools that might be used. These are not the only tools, they're just examples. Hadoop, and which can also be used to store the data. But here we're talking about it also has a functionality where you can process it, and tools like Spotfire, which you can look up on the web. This is a leading tool in this field. So let's see, big data architecture must support 3 core capabilities. Storing it. Can you capture and store all your data, including your ++ data? Do you have the processing power and tools to clean, enrich, and analyze your data? And can you retrieve, search, integrate, and visualize all your data? So this is the logo for Hadoop. Very cute. Yellow elephant. Hadoop is open source, and open source means it's free, and also the code is available. Many companies are adopting it. It's what we said before, a distributed file system That means it's location independent and addressing and redundancy, which improve reliability and reduce the complexity. Anyway, it's a modern tool. Batch processing framework and stores large data at very low cost. Now, big data is not just about one tool or one technology, so you can see Hadoop is there, but it's just one part of the big data picture. Now, we don't have to worry about all of this. This is, this is the wide view, but we're not going to be talking about all of these details. We're going to spend time in discovery, way up at the top, basically, here in our class. So discovery, predictive analytics, data mining, machine learning, means finding new knowledge in data and finding predictive models. So these are like little algorithms, and you can run all these different algorithms. These are like little robots, right? But they're like little algorithms, and with this you can discover all kinds of new information, and these algorithms weren't available 10 years ago or 15 years ago. So there's all these computer algorithms now that are being developed, and you as a user of them can go through data and find new information. So these algorithms, they supercharge the discovery process. And here we sort of see how where data mining fits into this general scheme. So we have reporting, which is kind of very simple. You take data and you use it to make reports, simple reports. Later on you can do statistical analysis, and then you might incorporate dashboards to operationalize the value. So if you look at that Spotfire website, you'll see they have some, I'm going to actually show it to you, but they have some tools that give you these so-called dashboards. It'll allow you to monitor what's happening in your business, whether it's internally or what's happening with your customers, but you want to have some kind of way to monitor and see what's going on. And finally we get to the outermost, the most advanced realm of handling data that we have now, and that's predict with probability that future business events will occur. So that's data mining or predictive analytics.